welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a super exciting fragrance review, you guys. I'm so excited because one of my all-time favorite fragrance houses, Fragrance du Bois, reached out to me and asked me if I would like to receive Siberian rose and test it out. And I said absolutely, because you guys, you know I'm in love with this fragrance house. In fact, my Christmas wish list had a Fragrance du Bois fragrance, and it was one of my Christmas presents last year. You guys know I've reviewed several of Fragrance du Bois fragrances, purchased them myself, and reviewed them on my channel. So you guys know I already am a genuine huge fan of this fragrance house. I don't know how many dozen times I've mentioned Oud Rose Intense and Oud Jaune Intense on my channel, you guys. Oh my god, you guys know the love affair I have with these two fragrances. And I've also done a dedicated review of Minuit Demi, which I also love. I will link it up here and down in the description box. You guys saw on camera the first time I got my nose on a Fragrance du Bois fragrance, my genuine expression, my mind being blown on camera. It's on camera, you guys. It was me trying luxury perfume samples, deciding which ones to buy, and that was the first time I got my nose on Fragrance du Bois fragrances. I will link it up here and down in the description box. You guys, the first time I got my nose on Oud Rose Intense, you could see on camera I was like, whoa, my mind was just blown, because I had never smelled anything so sophisticated, so classy, so crisp in my life before. So they're known for their beautiful oud based fragrances, you guys. The oud that's in Fragrance du Bois fragrances is such a crisp, clean, beautiful oud that you will not find in any other fragrance of any other perfume house. That's what makes Fragrance du Bois so special, the ingredients that they use in their fragrances. They use such amazing pure ingredients, like their 100% organic pure vintage oud that they put in their fragrances, you guys. You can literally smell that crisp, beautiful oud when you put one of their fragrances to your nose. Like this one right here, Oud Rose Intense. When you put this fragrance to your nose, oh, you guys, you can smell that beautiful crisp oud in it. There's nothing that comes close to that crisp, clean, 100% organic, beautiful vintage oud that's in their fragrances. A lot of the times, you guys, when you see oud listed in fragrance compositions, they tend to be synthetic oud, because oud is a super expensive, sought after ingredient. And when you do find even natural oud, a lot of the times you get that kind of barnyard oud. So the reason why you get a lot of synthetic oud is because, you know, these fragrances that are, you know, mass produced, thousands and thousands and thousands, you know, you gotta have synthetic oud, otherwise it's really expensive. Now, Fragrance du Bois is not like that, because they're a very prestigious, exclusive fragrance house. They don't mass produce their fragrances, you guys. And they get that pure, clean, 100% organic vintage oud from their own plantations, you guys. They grow it. And it's amazing. So that's like that very special, clean, crisp oud you smell in their fragrances. So you guys, I can only hope Siberian Rose lives up to my expectations of this fragrance house. So I can't wait to test this out again on camera with you guys. I got my nose briefly on it, but I haven't really played around with it too much, because I wanted to kind of test it out with you guys on camera. So here she is, you guys. Oh my goodness, you guys, I love Fragrance du Bois packaging. It's really luxurious. So let me take her out. So this is what it looks like inside the box, and you get this gorgeous velvet, very royal, prestigious looking, beautiful velvet box. I actually saved them all. I have them all up there above my closet. So here she is, you guys. So you get the perfume in this beautiful, luxurious satin setting, and I'm going to take her out now. So this is what the fragrance looks like, you guys. And all of their fragrances have this bejeweled, beautiful cap. These are Swarovski crystals, you guys. I don't know if you guys can get a good look at it. These are Swarovski crystals. Like all of the other ones have the same thing. They're gorgeous. They come with that same stunning cap. So yeah, this one has the same beautiful luxurious cap, and it says Fragrance du Bois Siberian Rose right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray it on my skin, you guys. Oh no, I'm not going to waste this perfume on a blotter card, you guys. Oh no. So I'm gonna spray her right on my arm here. Ooh, look at that atomizer, very misty. There it is, you guys. Whew. This is a very beautifully unique fragrance, you guys. That's the first thing that came to my mind when I first got my first whiff of it, when I first tried it. It is so unique. I don't think I have anything like this in my fragrance collection. It's definitely very, very unique. So right off the bat, you guys, what I'm smelling is this beautiful, spicy, fruity opening. I know there's cinnamon in the opening, you guys. It adds that spicy touch to the opening of this fragrance. And I know there is pink pepper in the opening, which is a kind of a sparkly spice note. And it apparently invokes feelings of falling in love in your brain. So anyway, I really love pink pepper in the opening of fragrances. And this also has a beautiful pear note, you guys. Pear is the most feminine, juicy fruit note that works really well in the opening of fragrances. I love it when pear is in the opening of fragrances. And this has a juniper berry note in the opening, you guys. You know juniper berry, it is a balsamic, kind of piney note. You know, Gentle Fluidity Gold by MFK. So that's juniper berry, you know, the special touch juniper berry adds to that fragrance. It kind of in the same way, it's adding like a very special touch to that opening. It's really, really unique. Now it's settling into the middle, you guys. In the middle, you get this beautiful white rose note. I don't think I have anything in my collection that has white rose. And I am smelling something very unique, a floral note that I don't recognize. I'm assuming that's the white rose. And there is tuberose in here, and yes, I can smell the tuberose. And one of my favorite yellow floral fragrance notes, you guys, ylang ylang is in here too. But the ylang ylang is not as prominent as the tuberose and the white rose, you guys. And the other prominent note in the middle is the leather note. Yes, you guys, usually I'm not a fan of leather. I'm not a fan of leather because leather can be very kind of cloying and strong, but not the leather in this. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Wow. The leather in here isn't your cloying, strong leather that's in your face. This is a very soft, refined leather note that smells super expensive, super luxurious, and super refined. That's the only way to put it. I'm surprised that I'm liking the leather note in here with those floral notes, you guys. It smells like when you first walk into a luxury hotel room, you guys, with like expensive furniture, that smell of luxury. That's kind of like what I'm smelling with this leather. The leather is very soft and very sensual in here, and it's marrying well with the beautiful tuberose, the white rose, and the ylang ylang, the floral notes. See, and now it's drying down. That leather note, you guys, it really, what it does in this fragrance is give it a very kind of expensive smell. It's a very refined leather. I am so surprised. I never thought I would say that about leather, honestly. It's very sensual. I never thought I would say that about a leather accord in a fragrance, honestly. But the leather in here is super expensive smelling with that white rose and tuberose and the ylang ylang. Now I'm smelling the dry down, you guys. I'm smelling the little bit of patchouli, the moss, and the amber in the dry down. It has a little bit of like a woody touch in the base with the moss and the patchouli and the amber. Yeah, it smells very luxurious, very, very expensive, very sophisticated, you guys. Well, I have a few perfumes up in my collection that has leather note that I do like, but the leather in here is even better. It's so refined and so sophisticated, very expensive smelling, you guys. Yeah, this is a very like rose, white floral, slightly woody, a little bit animalic, very aromatic, a little bit fruity, fresh, spicy, you know, little yellow floral fragrance. You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and spray it on my clothes now, on my sleeve here, and see what it smells like. You guys, it smells stronger on my clothes. Like on my skin, you guys, that sort of warmth of the fragrance, the sensual part comes through more with the leather, and the leather comes through a little bit more. I'm smelling the white florals, the tuberose in there, and the white rose more than the leather on my clothes. I don't know if my nose is tricking me, but it's definitely strong, but the leather is not as prominent on my clothes as it is on my skin. I mean, it does make sense. You know, leather would be the kind of note that kind of mesh well with your skin. Yeah, and I'm getting the juniper berry more on my skin, actually. This fragrance is going to last forever and ever and ever. I will, like I said, I will put it up here after trying it for about a day or so. The lasting power, sillage and projection, all that stuff up here. This has got amazing projection. I can smell it over here, and I have to test out sillage, but longevity, you guys, I can tell already this is going to be a long lasting fragrance because it's going strong still. It has dried down on my wrist here, but it's still super strong. It's going strong. That is an indication that it's going to last for a long time, at least 8 hours, I would say. I'll have to test and let you know. Yeah, definitely a long lasting fragrance, so it makes sense. It has patchouli in the base too, and there's leather too. This smells so rich, sophisticated, very refined kind of scent, very opulent. I think that white rose and the leather notes in this fragrance really make this very special, and that opening with the spicy notes and that juniper berry, very unique in the opening. The dry down is very kind of woody and sensual. That leather note, especially in here, the leather coat is very sensual. Never thought I would say that about leather in a perfume, but in this, definitely the leather in here is very, very refined, very kind of sensual, you know, in here. I would say overall it's a very unique fragrance composition, you guys. I am so happy to add it to my collection because it is so unique. I don't have anything like that in my fragrance collection. That's the thing about Fragrance du Bois fragrances, you guys, because they're very much one-of-a-kind type fragrances. The ingredients they put in these fragrances, like for example, I talked about their 100% natural, like organic vintage oud that they grow themselves. That's really, really rare to find, especially natural oud and 100% organic, crisp, clean oud like that. Hard to find. And same with the leather accord, for example, in this fragrance, very unique. I've never smelled a leather note like that in any other fragrances. The ingredients they put in their fragrances, you guys, they are like 100% sustainable, natural kind of ingredients that smell just so crisp and luxurious. Crisp is the word that comes to my mind, like very luxurious, very expensive, very opulent. That's Fragrance du Bois fragrances for you, you know what I mean? It is so unique, one-of-a-kind type fragrances, which is why I love this fragrance house so much. I treasure them. I have 3 of them now. I have, of course, my beloved Oud Rose Intense. I have my beloved Oud Jaune Intense, you guys, and I have Minuet Demi, which I love also, but my favorites are the Oud Jaune Intense and Oud Rose Intense. The oud in them is just such a crisp, clean, beautiful oud. It's not the everyday oud you smell, you guys, not at all. That's the thing about it. So what's the verdict on this? It's super unique, one-of-a-kind fragrance right here, Siberian Rose. The inspiration behind this Siberian Rose, that cold, snowy, beautiful country there, the wildlife, you know, kind of leather in here kind of represents the wildlife. The white rose in here is an ode to the Siberian Rose, you guys. It's a very sensual type of fragrance, very unique, very luxurious, very expensive smelling. It smells like a rich person, you know, very opulent, very expensive smelling fragrance right here. And did it live up to my expectations of this house? Absolutely, you guys. I know when I get a fragrance from Fragrance du Bois, it's going to be one of a kind, very much unique fragrance. So that's what I got here with Siberian Rose. Really like this fragrance. This is Siberian Rose by Fragrance du Bois. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly loved reviewing this amazing fragrance here. I adore Fragrance du Bois, you guys. It is such a special fragrance house that makes these one-of-a-kind smelling, expensive, luxurious, opulent, very beautiful fragrances. I have super luxury, expensive niche fragrances in my collection, you guys, but Fragrance du Bois fragrances are some of my top most luxurious fragrances. There's something special about these fragrances from those ingredients they put in there, you guys. 100% sustainable, natural ingredients that they put in their fragrances, and you can smell the quality. I really love this fragrance house. It's one of my favorites. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of the Fragrance du Bois Siberian Rose. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring that notification bell so YouTube can notify you every time I upload. I will see you guys in my next video.